These birds need to go away. I am trying to do an intro about pets and classes, and they're all over here. Why? Why? Hey, Elementalist, it is Sister Guard here. Hopefully y'all having a great day. I am having a great day. Today we are back in World 0, and like I said in our lovely little intro, we are going to be talking about pets today. And not just any pets, we're also going to be talking about classes. So what today's video is about is I'm going to be going through my opinion on what each of the classes should be using for pets, because I see people running around with things like Moo, who's a pink sheep. It's very adorable. Moo, you're very cute. You're just not the pet I need. I apologize. I have to kill toucans because apparently I can't even have the comfort of this lovely place to record my videos in. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash that lovely like button and done the same thing with the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And for today's pleb of the day, it is Alpha Wolf. He is from Discord. He also is over on YouTube with us, and he's a total sweetheart. So big shout out to you, Alpha. So for today's video, I'm going to go over all the classes, what you should be looking for, and what pets. My recommendations, mind you, some people may have different ones, but yeah, I'm going to kill this toucan and we're going to get on with the video. So, the first classes we are going to talk about is Swordmaster, Arcane Mage, and Defender. My pet recommendations is have a pet in general, because at this point in the game, you just need something to pick up all the candy, pick up everything else, to pick up all the candy, to pick up all the coins, everything else, and having a pet is essential for that. Really having a pet this early on, it really doesn't matter what it is. What you're going to be looking for is just to have one. It doesn't really matter because you're going to ascend to Elementalist, Guardian, and Dual Wielder after getting 25 tickets. So I am having such a horrible problem with this. So you'll be able to ascend to one of the next two classes pretty quickly. And you may not even be out of World 2 yet by the time that happens. So for World 1 and for those lovely starting classes, just having a pet in general is my recommendation. So the next class I'm going to talk about is Elementalist. So you will have this possibly as early as World 1, lower than likely in World 2, and definitely be using it still in World 3 until you are able to unlock one of the higher tiers. So my recommendations for this class is any healing pet. That pretty much goes for all three of the classes on this tier. So we're talking Elementalist, Dual Wielder, and Guardian. The reason why is there is no healing abilities. If you're teaming with people, most of the people have no healing abilities. And especially in World 3, the damage starts upgrading very, very quickly. So having a healing pet is going to be extremely beneficial. And if, guys, you don't remember, I have done other videos about the healing pets. All of the healing pets are white. They give a straight heal. And if they're a different color than that, like the red Raptor does a tethered heal, I would highly recommend if you want to heal for a pet, get the tethered Raptor, because it is going to give you even more healing ability. My same recommendation goes for Guardian and Dual Wielder, because you are just going to need something to heal you, because there's no healing abilities. So let's get on to the four classes that have a lot more variety to them. So the first one is Berserker. So Berserker is kind of a tricky situation. I would always recommend for Berserker using a healing pet, because you have no healing ability. If you are very proficient at it, I would say get something that buffs your defense. Like our lovely little pink sheep here, he does that. Get something that's energy recharger, like the white butterfly. But I would not recommend for this class getting a pet that deals damage, because you already do enough damage. Berserker is the second top DPS in the game. So you really don't need any more damage on top of that. So Paladin is the next class we are going to look at. So Paladin has two lovely abilities. They have basically two different heals. So you really don't need a healing pet for this. You have many options that you can take. You can go with the lovely butterfly, which if you don't know what this butterfly guy does, guys, if I hit this real quick. So this is my ultimate. It is now activated. Got a big ol' aura around me. Everyone loves that. So my ultimate right now is at 4%. So this butterfly's ability is to basically rapidly increase your ultimate's recharge. So we're at 4%, and it stopped. It already got me all the way up to half. So this butterfly is super OP. So for this class, I would recommend butterfly. You also could do sheep, the pink sheep, because it gives a defense buff. Or you can have one of the owls, or one of the foxes, one of the area of effect heals, so you can do even more healing. But I would recommend doing ultimate charge, because ultimate charge is not only going to benefit you, it's going to benefit your entire party. So not only do you become a giant, basically, shield for everybody, you're also going to be a buffer as well. So Mage of Light is kind of the same. I would actually recommend, though, I would recommend going with the Tethered Raptor, because when you're trying to buff yourself and get all those infused orbs, you want to be able to heal very, very quickly. And as you can see, the Tethered Raptor brought me all the way back up to full. And I didn't even have to pop one of my other healing abilities. So my recommendation for Mage of Light would be a Tethered Raptor. Now, for Demon, Demon has yet another wide variety, because Demon is jack of all trades. You have DPS, you have healing, but you got to remember a lot of that is centered on you. So kind of the two main options I would always explore would be Raptor. I personally use Raptor for my Demon class when I'm running it, but that is because I don't know what type of party I'm going to be in. I don't know if I'm going to have a healer. I don't know if I'm going to have to do a carry, and I need to be able to stay alive for carries. The other thing you can use for the Demon class, because there's a nifty little ability if y'all haven't seen before. So I'm going to go ahead and click my ultimate. It is now at 1%. It is recharging. I'm going to go ahead and hit butterfly. So the butterfly is going to start recharging. And if I hit E, E automatically gives you 4 to 5% on your ultimate. So the butterfly is done, and I am well over 60% to my ultimate going off again. Imagine how OP that would be. Imagine how OP that would be. Basically, your ultimate would constantly be proccing and going off and doing damage. So my recommendation for Demon class, if you're comfortable with healing and you're comfortable with dodging, I would go for the butterfly. Probably one that's not trash. Which, if you don't know what the butterfly does, I know I've talked about it. It's energy charger. It basically increases the amount your ultimate recharges. And if you're doing this in combat, while your area of effect is going off, you will get even more energy. Which means if you're fighting a lot of mobs, let's go do an example. So I'm going to go pull all these lovely guys. I'm going to hit X. I'm going to hit 1. So I got to stay in the butterfly's aura. So I only popped my recharge thing once while that went on. And that got me up to 60% like when I was mashing it while we were in the lovely cabin. So, yeah. And my ultimate's already back up and ready to go. So basically, making the demon pretty OP if you are using the butterfly. So, I guess I need to farm some butterflies now. And Mr. John, which hashtag blame John in the comments, please, was very kind enough to let us borrow his butterfly. The reason I wanted his butterfly is he has a bonus ultimate charge of 7%, which means our ultimate's going to charge even faster. So I'm going to show y'all how broken this is. There's a World 1 boss about to spawn, so I'm going to see how quickly I can kill it. This should be fun. I didn't even get a chance to get my other orb off. But yeah, that was super OP. If this was in any other world, I would have already gotten to proc my ultimate again. So big thanks to John. Thank you. Guys, if you haven't already, hopefully you've liked the video. And I do want to give a big shout out. I actually got monetized today. I'm super excited, and I want to thank everyone for the love and support. If you do end up seeing an ad on this video, please let me know down below what you saw. I just generally want to know. And thank you so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!